Hey, what's up? This is part two of the bonus training on the void and embodiment. I don't know what I did to my phone this morning in this freezing weather, but it said the temperature of my phone got too hot. That is so funny to me. Not exactly sure at what point it even broke down, but I do have the first part of that training. And I believe that I was talking about my cough drop syndrome. And let's pull it back into embodiment because this is how you get to literally design your life, literally embody exactly who you want to be and fill that void, right? You've now just cleared out some old beliefs. You've made the space. You've gotten into the discomfort of it. And now you can see when the thoughts come in that feel icky versus awesome. And you're going to constantly micro align. And embodiment comes in this place of emptiness and being relaxed in it. And so you have all these tools, right? So now what you get to do is fill that with exactly what you want to create the reality that you want. And it's not about just saying the mantras. We've got to get this hardwired into your system. We've got to link it up in your DNA. So it's sending messages to the brain and you are literally strengthening those neural pathways now to create and generate these new thoughts and surging dopamine around it so it feels really damn good to think the new way. And then what happens is your brain activity lights up in a different way, your heart frequency is higher, you radiate higher, and you literally emit higher frequencies out, and they become an energetic match to what you're calling in. It's all science. It's all very simple when you really break it down. So it comes back to embodiment. And so we're gonna play with this for this last piece. And it comes from a place of being completely relaxed and accepting every cell of your body as it is right now and choosing who you want to be. So how do you get to embody it, right? How do you get to embody? We have to identify exactly who this woman is, what she looks like, every single detail, every fiber of her being. And then you just simply ask yourself, like, what I'm calling in, what feelings am I trying to generate? So let me give you an example. If you're calling in uh, let's say you're calling in an income goal, like I want to be able to create $20,000 a month in income. The question is why? What feeling are you after that you think the $20,000 a month in income is going to give you? Is it calm? Is it peace of mind? Is it uh, excitement? What is it? What's the feeling that you're after? Let's say you're after, like amazing health, like a rockin' body. What feeling do you think that rockin' fit body is going to give you? Like a feeling of more energy and confidence. Like what is it that you're after? Get in touch with that feeling, right? And then once you identify the feeling that you're after, well, then what can you do right now to experience that feeling? So let's say that you're after the feeling of excitement, like this excitement energy, like looking forward to something. Well, what could you look forward to right now, today? Can you step into a place of feeling more excited? Like, oh, I'm really excited about the delicious meal that I get to have at lunch today. I'm really excited that I get to meet up with a colleague and have a glass of wine. I'm really excited that I get to see my children. What is it that you're excited about? Um, and then go from there, right? So what, the more specific you can get around this, the easier it will become to embody it, right? And then the next piece is just describing what kind of person is this person who has that thing, and get again down into the finest detail, right? How does she walk? How does she act? What are her thoughts? Does she go into freak out mode every time something bad happens, right? Like, or is she a problem solver? Like, what is she like? Then the next piece is what is going on at the moment that you actually manifest what you're calling in, right? So again, like if it's the rocket body of health, if it's the $20,000 a month, whatever it is, in this place of contemplation and this relaxed state, picture in your mind's eye exactly what's going on. What are you wearing that day? What are you believing that day? And now, aside from the feelings, what are you surrounded by? What are the smells? What does it taste like? What does it look like? What does it sound like? Where are you exactly when you have it happen, right? Who are you with? And again, what you're trying to do is experience this on an emotional and physical level. So as you start to picture in your mind's eye, oh, this is what I'm wearing, this is who I'm with, and you start to feel those feelings of excitement, you want to lock them in. You're like, okay, in every moment, what does the higher version of me feel like? She wants to feel excited. So how am I creating that in every moment? And then you start to see even more when you're off. And remember, it's okay to be off. You're not going to be in that state all the time, right? And that's perfectly normal. You're human. So it's just simply to notice, oh, you know what? This happened. It triggered me. I'm feeling bummed about it. Let me relax into this feeling and be with it and see if there is perhaps some lesson beyond this pain that I can take, right? And see what comes in. But you're on a cellular level open to receiving that instead of just like reacting. Oh, this feels gross. I don't want to feel this. I'm going to run from it. I'm going to suppress it. I'm going to hide. I'm going to, distract myself. I'm going to let fear take over. And you start circling the drain again. So this last piece is after kind of gone through this process, and it's really about the energy of manifestation. That's what this is about, right? You've gotten empty, you have the void, and now you can manifest really clearly, understanding that the feelings that you want, the feelings that you're after, are already inside you, right? You can choose to be excited regardless of what your body looks like, regardless of what your bank account says, right? You can just choose in on that feeling. And when you don't feel excited, you get to also choose in on just being with that and questioning it and seeing why it's there and seeing where you're off. Last piece, in terms of embodiment, this is a super fun exercise. So really, it's like a ritual. You're going to do two things. At the beginning of the training, I said you're going to look at all of the beliefs that you have right now that are blocking you from receiving what you want, right? And as I said, the only reason why you have yet to have everything you want is because there's a block in the way. So once you see the block, then you have this choice of whether or not you want to keep it or dissolve it. But you have to have, and if the I don't know comes up, that in and of itself is a block. So you want to ask yourself, if I was to know what was blocking me or stopping me from having the life that I want right now, what would it be? And I want you to, again, you got to get this out. So you're writing it all down. You're getting it all out. And you'll continue to do that. But for the purpose of this last exercise, you're going to write down everything you think is blocking you on a piece of paper, and you're going to light that shit on fire, literally. So if you have a fireplace, you're going to toss it in the fireplace. If you don't, you're going to go out somewhere outside where it's safe with a lighter and light that paper up and let it disintegrate. I've also done this in the summer, and I've crumpled up paper and thrown it into the ocean, metaphorically. I don't litter into the ocean, but it's just that release. So anything that you feel is going to give you that release. But here's the second piece to this. It's going to layer it up even more. You are going to do this as the person that you're embodying. So you're not just like visualizing, how she is on that day. Like you're stepping into her now. Like, I'm excited. Um, you may want to dress up, right? You may want to dress up in like your most favorite outfit, the outfit that makes you feel like that person, and let it go. And then the bonus to this, the caveat to this, which I do on a regular basis, is I will spend a day and I will, on a material level, I will shop in the stores that my higher version shops in. I will try on the outfits that my higher version wears, right? And then when those thoughts come in, like, oh, I'm not, I can't get that right now, or I can't afford that. All the whatever excuse comes in, I'm like, well, it gives it to me in the face, like, well, what would the higher version of me be saying right now? And I get to practice that, right? So that's what embodiment is. It's like this physical manifestation of what you're trying to call in. That's the last piece of this bonus training. Enjoy it. Boom.